Somebody won't tell me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yo, what's going on, Xbox and YouTube? Now, Roller Coaster Tycoon World's update number 8 has finally dropped for the game, and I can tell you guys that I have never been more happy with this game, and it is really going along smoothly with all of the updates. And I am genuinely and happily surprised that this game is running so well and looking so good. And I know I have said this before, but in the short amount of time that Invisio Creations has had to optimize and make this game run and work the way that we all would love, is completely mind-blowing to me that they have gotten it this far already. But with that being said, guys, let's jump into some update number 8 information. I know I have not made a video about Roller Coaster Tycoon in a long time, but update number 8 is finally out, and it's just been really crazy with the 4th of July being right around the corner. So as you guys may have noticed, I've been doing a lot of filming in that area. But anyway, on to the updates. First update we have is the staff patrol areas. Now, this is something that was in all of the older Roller Coaster Tycoon games. You were basically allowed or able to create areas in which certain staff members would not leave. So if you have 10 mechanics, you can easily give each one of those 10 mechanics a specific area within the park to maintain and watch over. Same with your janitors and your entertainers and your medics. So everything along those lines, as far as your staff patrolling the park, have been completely upgraded and made a lot easier to actually kind of strategize within the game. Now, we also have another improvement when it comes to picking up the peeps within your park. Before, trying to pick up a peep within your park was kind of a humdrum kind of activity, and you never really knew when you were going to be picking him up. But now it says left clicking on a peep will summon their info panel just like before. Additionally, you may either right click once to pick them up, then click again to drop, or you can right click and hold to pick them up and then release the mouse to drop. So that is a very welcomed update to the peep pickup improvement. So that is very well, because for you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I use peeps to basically get all of the moving shots of my park, and trying to pick them up was a very tedious task. But now on to performance. For this patch, they have further optimized a large number of the flat rides and have now turned their attention to the foliage. So with update number 8, we should be seeing way more beautiful foliage and trees and all of those kinds of things. Anything to do with the scenery within the game, it is being completely overhauled and made to make the game run better, and it will even look better. So all of their devs are running through every single one of the assets as far as trees, plants, grass, textures, all of that kind of good stuff, and making sure it's optimized correctly, and it looks beautiful as well. So they do not want to affect the FPS of the game, but they would love to increase the visual fidelity of everything within the park, and they are totally confident that they can achieve this within the next few updates. Now on to custom scenario sharing. Now there is a brand new feature along with a brand new menu for Roller Coaster Tycoon. When you first boot the game up, the game will look completely different than it did in previous updates, with a much more controlled UI and a much more organized UI, so you actually can understand what you are doing and what you are looking at. They have also brought in a confirm button for all of those people that constantly have all of their graphical settings switching back to a default state every time they reboot the game. They have now added a confirmation in that area of the game that will basically mostly stop that glitch from happening. Now, within their next patch is when most of the really cool stuff will be coming. They have brand new features brand new rides coming, and you will very soon be able to customize the color of your cues for the ride. But for today's build, it is grayed out within the moment. But overall, guys, the overall frame rate of this game, and as you guys can see by how beautiful my park looks, I was able to build this park in 2 solid days without any trouble whatsoever, minus a few small, tiny little bugs that were almost game breaking, but I figured out how to get past them. Now, I did not record these, but I wish I could, but there is a lot of pathing problems still, where like certain paths, if you are using a curved path, they will reconnect to the very same path that you are trying to build off of. So a lot of the paths kind of overlap each other. It's really weird, and it just looks really weird, and you can tell it's a complete glitch. I've even had certain paths, wow, I cannot pronounce that word, but I've had paths that actually will kind of circle themselves, so it looks just like a circle that you cannot delete. I've also had paths go under the terrain within the game, so that makes it very difficult as well. But overall, guys, this game is totally shaping up to be something I seriously cannot wait to play when the full game is released and we have all of the assets and all of the rides and flat rides and roller coasters and all of the awesome things within this game is completely fleshed out. I cannot wait for those days. But now on to a few other things that I have noticed that kind of need to be added to the game. Now, these are just my opinions, but one thing I've really noticed and would really love to have is the ability to create flowing water. Because I have noticed when you create a pond or you create a lake, that the water will flow from the side that you put the water in to the other side. Now, it would be really nice if I could create things like waterfalls and an actual moving river through my park. That would be really amazing instead of it just being stagnant water. And something that is very fitting for this time of year, adding fireworks and pyrotechnics to the game would be a very, very awesome addition to the game. And I just really can't wait to see a lot of what the developmental team is thinking about, because in our next update, we will be getting brand new features and brand new content. Now, they do not specifically state brand new rides, but it could be a number of things. But with that being said, guys, I hope I've opened your guys' perspective on update number 8 for Roller Coaster Tycoon World. And if I have, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.